Hi, everyone. Well, I'm going to start by saying I'm so sorry not to be with you, but I can only imagine what a joy it is for you all to be gathered together, surrounded by what I know is an absolutely glorious exhibition. Because the fact is, whilst virtual helps us to reach many more people, it cannot replace the experience of a physical encounter, particularly a physical encounter with artwork. So I'm very envious. If I was there, I would be waxing lyrical about the individual works that I could see, and I've seen some incredible examples already. But if I did that, you wouldn't have time to be seeing it yourself. So what I'd like to do is really pay tribute to what it's taken to get this exhibition together. As the head of an organisation that's been advancing the cause of art, craft and design education since 1888, this around you is absolutely what it's all about for me. NSEAD supports the people who do the work that makes what you see here today in this exhibition possible, and they of course are the wonderful art teachers. So I'm sure you're going to join me in thanking the amazing staff here at Townley Grammar, because this exhibition really is the physical product of years of teachers and students working together. And let's say it, of really excellent teaching and learning. So applause, please, for all the fabulous teachers. I can hear it, it's raising the roof. Now, what I really want to talk about though, and who I want to talk to, are the artists in the room. I want to talk about what you do and why you need to keep on doing it. Let's get it out front. Artists are superheroes. Along with your exam certificates, you will be issued with capes, I hope. I'm sure the exam boards still do that. Art is not easy. Don't let anyone say it is. Artists have courage, and students of Townley Grammar, take a bow. You risk failure with every mark that you make. The creative process is not always easy. Often it's a struggle. It requires, and of course builds, real mental strength and resilience. And any innate ability or talents that you bring to your work are only part of the story. You have really worked for this. Artists make the world better. Just look at what you've made here in this exhibition. At the most immediate level, art is the stuff that furnishes our lives. It's in everything that was ever made. Every human made thing that we see, use, touch, has art as its starting point. Artists build the world we live in, just as you've built this exhibition. You populate the barren, empty spaces. You don't fear the blank page. Well, maybe you do sometimes, but you feel the fear and do it anyway. Because actually artists operate where many others fear to tread. They occupy the spaces of the unknown, the uncharted. I'm going to quote educator Elliot Eisner now and say that you are the absolute experts in knowing what to do when you don't know what to do. And you know what? That's a skill that's going to carry you forward throughout your life. And the fact is that the skills that you have honed through your work with this art department are the ones that will be most in demand for the jobs of the future. In all that you've achieved here, you show why art, craft and design is such a vital part of any education, and essential if we're going to say it's a good education. And this is my prediction. Art and design will be active and buzzing and changing lives in schools in years to come, when other subjects that we may now think of as essential, dare I say, some of the core subjects, well, they may not be around. If there are any accountants in the room now, please close your ears. because we know that artificial intelligence, which is the future of work globally, we know, it cannot replace human creativity. It is pretty good at other things though, especially maths. But rest easy, artists in the room, a robot will never replace you. And indeed, the creative sector has been the fastest growing in the UK and Western economies for over a decade. But whatever career paths you're planning to take, some of you will go on to study art and design, some of you won't, but whatever you decide to do, your learning in art and design is going to serve you well. Did you know that trainee surgeons at the Imperial College London, training under Dr. Sir Roger Kneebone, take drawing and embroidery classes? And they do that because he noticed that there was a real deficit in those fine motor skills in students who abandoned art and design education very early in their educational careers, around about year 8 for many of them. That's a bit troubling, isn't it? And I've just got to say, I hope that if I ever require surgery, my surgeon will be qualified in art and design to at least A-level standard. So, artists and surgeons. Of course, though, art isn't just about being good with your hands. Art is lead thinking, innovation, and they make changes. Really difficult ideas and experience can be worked out in a piece of art. Art can help us walk around an idea and think about it in new ways. And when we share that work, art can help us have really mature conversations about the things that matter to us. It can act as a kind of a lightning rod that diffuses tension and fear in a debate. It creates a safe space in which to disagree, to test ideas, and maybe even change minds. By making art, you really can change how others understand what's happening in the world. Making art is an act of hope. For me, you are a reason to hope for the future, you artists here in this room. Just look at what you've created all around you. And I wonder, what would the world be like if all of us embraced our artist self? Because to be human is to be an artist. What would happen? What would the world look like? Another question is, dare we dream for that better future and invest in our arts, in our schools, so that we can thrive and not just survive as a civic society? Well, if so, we're going to have to imagine it. Because nothing in this room existed before these young people imagined it. The glorious, astonishing array of creation in this exhibition wasn't lifted from a textbook. It isn't the result of making some skillful calculations to arrive at an answer that somebody else already set out. No, this exhibition is the result of multiple acts of daring and immense courage. You dreamed it, you willed it, you worked, experimented, tested, refined, and made manifest for all of us the product of your incredible minds and your incredible hearts. So I'll finish by saying, let's put our hands together for hope, for this stunning exhibition that you are lucky enough to be seeing this evening, and of course, the artists who created it. To you all.